Good morning, Ben.
Hello, nice to meet you.
What? Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Meet
Our
you
meet
mean
our
personally.
meeting happened a long time ago.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. How'd it go?
Now the test.
Yeah.
I have to say that I think I got a higher score in reading ever, but of listening, I have a bad experience. But because the last day of the test, I have a very bad sleep.
Oh no.
And so uh the tag is on 12 a.m. Or you can call it's called PM, right?
Mhm.
At the noon. And I probably wake up at 3 a.m.
Oh no.
and and then when I get into the listening test, it speaks so so long, so fucking long.
Oh
I have
yeah.
to like I'm listening a song and I have to remember all of all the lyrics.
Uh-huh.
And maybe the listening score is a little bit lower than usual,
Oh,
but reading is much higher than
much
I
higher.
I think I got 27.
Whoa!
I didn't get it before, but I don't know about the speaking and writing score, so
No,
I'm
we
still
won't
waiting.
know that for a few days, right?
So I'm still waiting for it. I
When do you
don't
find out? Do you know?
I don't know.
Oh, well,
I
you
don't maybe
messaged me right away because I'm also eagerly waiting to hear your scores.
yeah.
Um, the listening, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Insomnia, it's a bitch.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Did you try the 4-7-8 breathing to get back to sleep?
Yeah.
It
But
didn't work.
actually I tried Frozen 8 and I cannot even get a good sleep
Um,
at that night. Uh,
yeah, I've tried it too. It takes a lot of too much concentration to count the numbers, right?
yeah.
And then I end up just blowing it and taking a tight breath. And I don't. From what I'm understanding about it, it takes practice for it to
Practice.
become effective. Yeah.
Mm,
The guy that invented it suggested that you do one cycle of 4 repetitions once a day, just four
once.
once a day.
Yeah.
Also, when you breathe out for 8 to make a sound like that, make some sort of sound. Okay.
Okay.
That's update on what I've learned about 4-7-8. Did you power pose before you went into the test?
Yeah. It is
Nice.
a funny. It have a had a funny story. Is like I go to the bathroom and I go to the place who people pooping.
Yeah,
They got
yeah.
a small space for
The
me.
stall, the stall.
Up on the stall. Okay,
Uh-huh.
and I do the power posing, but the door is much lower than I expected.
Uh-huh.
So when the people come to bathroom, they will watch my hand over the door, and they
Yeah,
can watch my it's this the door, the top
yeah,
of the door, and my
yeah,
hand is right here, and
yeah,
two hands. And
yeah.
I think Leg didn't know what's happening right
Okay, so
inside.
I think what's happening there is it's the embarrassment of that because other
Okay.
people are judging you for what you're doing in your mind. That is also going to release chemicals, shame chemicals, right? Which are
Yeah.
going to eat away at the testosterone that you're trying to build up.
But actually, I didn't care because
Oh, good, good.
they won't know that is my secret weapon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So
In
I think it
fact,
is
then
okay.
if it comes to it again, I hope it doesn't. I hope you got your score that you need and you're finished with this thing. But
Yeah.
if it comes to it again, do it in front of the mirror. Don't go in the stall. If you truly don't care what other people think, then you'd be able to focus on yourself and see yourself doing it as well. right? And I think that would double the testosterone if you could see yourself and really believe yourself that you are in fact a victor, a champion, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not because you know me and the fear of what other people think about you is such a obstacle to improving your English confidence, right? So that's why the chat XP exists to get you speaking English in a public situation to help you overcome that fear, that deep fear that using English is embarrassing,
Yeah.
right? So this is a new idea because you told me you went into the stall. I imagined you always, when I suggested it, doing it in front of the mirror.
Oh.
Now, another thing you do is go into the disabled bathroom,
Oh. But
right?
in that
Yeah, I know, I
also,
know. Go in with a limp or something. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. We say in hockey, uh, or just do it anywhere and don't care about what other people think. That in turn will also give you a testosterone boost. I It's a theory. It's a theory. I
yeah.
think holds a lot of water, but be interesting when you get into your research mode and to check out some of this stuff and see if, you know, on a biochemical level, if how these different techniques actually change our chemistry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that anywhere near the field that you are in?
Near the field.
The career that you're going to have, is this like, would this make an interesting project for you when you're doing your master's? A theory, or is it completely unrelated to what you're going to do?
Oh. Some theory. In my field.
Yeah, you're a scientist, right?
Yeah.
So you theorize that power posing raises testosterone. So then you go about and create an experiment to prove the hypothesis, the scientific method, right? You have a theory, an idea. I believe power posing increases testosterone. Now you have to
Yeah.
prove it. So you create an experiment,
Yeah.
right? And you peer reviewed proves the hypothesis. That's the scientific method.
Yeah.
Is your area of science at all related to this type of experimentation where you would prove power
Mm.
posing works?
Yeah, I think so. We will have some uh how can I call it hypothesis?
Hypothesis. And,
Hypothesis.
and so to come up with the idea is to hypothesize.
Oh, hypothesize.
Yeah, okay. So
Okay.
like I am right now hypothesizing that power posing increases testosterone, which increases confidence for the TOEFL test. That's my hypothesis. You are patient zero. You're the first one trying it. If I could take your blood and measure your, you know, that kind of, you
Okay.
know,
Yeah.
experiment where we can scientifically prove that your testosterone went up before and after we get a base level, do all your science stuff. It might, maybe you have to come up with a original hypothesis when you're in school and you go, oh, I'm going to try this testosterone hypothesis.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wait a minute.
Get some big grant money and say, we are going to prove that power posing can help Taiwanese students pass the TOEFL test. And then you hire me to experiment with 20,000 Taiwanese students doing this system, and we get a government grant for it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think big, buddy. I think big. I'm a dreamer. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a big dream.
So how do you feel your sense of how the writing test went? How did that go?
Writing test, I think I write a lot. It did writing more than before.
Hmm.
Yeah, I did really um
Did you have
trying
a
some.
conclusion? Did you reach a conclusion?
Yeah, I have a conclusion.
Good.
I almost used the last 1 second to finish my conclusion and period and the time's up.
Oh, nice. Did you get a
I think
chance to read it out loud too, though, and check it?
yeah, I read it, but not like loud because I have my headset, so
Yeah.
I really can hear my sound.
Uh-huh.
I just like
When you're
just
writing, do you need your headset on?
actually I can put it down.
You put it
Yeah,
around your neck or something. And also, I mean, I can hear myself speaking even though I
so
have
you have
earphones
this
in.
one.
You get it's the vibrations, right? That are sound, and even if you whisper with the headset on, you can still get the idea, right?
Yeah.
Because you know I've proven to you it's not a hypothesis, it's a law, right? We've proven it that reading out loud helps you improve your writing,
Yeah.
right? So uh, don't look for, oh, I can't do it because my headphones are on. Take your headphones off. Problem solving, right?
Yeah.
So I like the same thing. People say, well, we're in a big room. There's lots of people. I will disturb them. Just whisper. Whispering will have the same result. Okay. You got to get the
Okay.
vibrations and the ears picking up those vibrations happening. So you're expecting a higher score on your writing then.
Yeah, I expect so.
Okay. And speaking.
Speaking,
Were you relaxed?
I'm relaxed, but I didn't expect that. I didn't. I'm not sure that whether I will have a higher score because and I remember that is question 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think I have a lot of things have to spec, and I realized that I didn't have enough time to spec it all.
Mm.
So I think I am not having a very good ending
Mm-hmm.
at question 3, but others I think is okay. So
Okay.
I'm not sure that the score will be higher or not.
Let me
Yes.
ask you, I just want to make sure I understand. So for question 3, you had too many ideas,
I think that
too
uh,
much to say.
yeah, because I
Yeah.
have 2 point. One is from the lecture, and another one is from the passage.
Uh-huh.
And I remember I have to uh have a conclusion of both.
Right.
I spend more time in uh trying to having a conclusion about what the 2 persons,
We're
one
saying.
of the passage, one is a lecture saying.
Uh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, we will see
Yeah.
soon. We will see
Yeah.
soon. Yeah. The note taking. Did
Note
that,
taking.
yeah, did you take notes
Yeah,
throughout the
no, I
test?
will write a lot because I
Good.
don't know.
And did you find that helped in organizing your thoughts and stuff?
Yeah, but I think that maybe it's my problem. I did miss some very important keywords.
Oh, did
The
you?
ask. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So, okay, I point
Okay,
out the
okay, that's okay. And I think that's going to happen to everyone, no matter how much you train. They are
yeah,
intentionally putting in difficult words to kind of trip you up. Okay.
yeah,
I think the difference between this time and any other time in a test was you didn't get into a self-defeating negative emotional response to it, right? And then all your focus goes to that one word that you don't understand, and you lose your time and your confidence, right? You can
yeah.
move past it quickly with a positive emotional reaction to not understanding. Would you say that's true?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, stuff that you didn't understand, that's to be expected. How you react to that, that's what I'm trying to change. Okay,
Mm.
I don't think I could train you to ever encounter something that you didn't expect. There's always going to be something like that on the test. How you react to it, that's what I train you for.
Okay.
Okay. But okay, cool. I'm very, very pleased. Sounds great. Sounds like you were able to incorporate a lot of the training that we've been doing. Keyboarding, of course, your keyboarding was better too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Being able to edit during the writing and move around the document fast. I was watching you work the vocabulary earlier. Your keyboarding skills are much better, right? The listening, it was long, but I mean, it wasn't too fast. It was just too long.
Yeah, it's too long
Yeah, but not too fast.
and not too fast.
When you
Just
first
just
started training
very
with me, your
very
excuse
very
was they
very
speak too
long.
fast. Now it's your English's listening has gotten a lot faster.
Yeah.
Yeah. The note taking, I think, is what gets you. The only thing I could think of right now for the length is just to keep taking notes and keep, and get some sleep the night before would help too.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
important.
It is. It really is. It's a long test. It requires a lot of energy. Yeah. Okay. I hope you don't have to do it again. We'll find out in a couple of days. Worst case scenario, what's the score you want and what's the score you need?
Uh, Above 100 is totally what I want, and I need maybe I think maybe it's 95 or a
Okay.
little bit higher
Okay.
because my
So
older brother is 99 and still apply to a very a school, a Wales school. So
he got in with a 99.
yeah, he got 99 and he go to UCI. So I think 99 is maybe enough a little bit, but much higher. But higher is much better. But
Okay.
I don't know the actual number,
Okay.
actual school I really need. So
Do
just
you
have.
have if you don't get the score that you want, do you have another chance to take it, or is this your last chance for
I
this
think
year?
that is maybe my last chance in this year. But if I really fucked up and I have my plan B, so maybe I will apply next year and
I keep training.
I'll go to the how it is military.
Oh yeah, do your military.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
spend 1 month at the military, and after that, I will go to have some have a job
Yeah,
or internship.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, hopefully you can get an internship where you get to use English.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that, if you're using English at work, that's a very helpful environment.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. Okay, so you're organized, you're calm, you're cool. That's good. Okay. How can I help you today?
Oh, how can you help me today? Let's see.
I'm going to share my screen with you. Oh, do you want to hear my story about how my shoot went?
Okay.
So I'm playing Santa Claus, right?
Mm.
And of course, Santa Claus, you leave Santa Claus milk and cookies, right? I don't know if you know about that tradition.
Milk and cookie?
Yeah, you leave Santa Claus some milk and cookies. So when he comes to bring you your presents, you give him a gift of milk and cookies, and so he can have a snack when he visits your house.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Okay, so it's part of the Christmas tradition.
Yeah.
And so after I change into Santa Claus through all the magic, I come back to my seat on the airplane and there's milk and cookies, and they want me to eat a cookie. But I have this big Santa Claus beard, and every time I eat the cookie, I get a mouthful of Santa Claus hair. And so I have to no, 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 but I can't swallow it because it's all cut up and all this, I mean, long hair in my mouth.
Oh,
And then they say cut, and I'm like, and I'm pulling hair out of my mouth. It's like, I mean, I don't know, 10, 15 takes, which is a lot for me. But I mean, I wasn't doing anything wrong. They just weren't getting the right angle and stuff. It was a long, long night, my friend. Long night.
you have a plan in Christmas?
Yeah, but in America. Oh, they're gonna send it to me. I'll have a copy of it and I'll put it on my IMDb page. I don't know if I will. I don't want people to really to know I play Santa Claus. I might just share it with friends and clients that want to see it. It is, I think it's gonna be funny. I do have a funny moment in it, so yeah. Okay, that's that.
Stay below. I have a question about the sentence in here.
Okay, highlight it. Highlight the sentence you have a question
I
about.
highlighted.
Okay. Thus, adopting a straightforward yet thoughtful structure can significantly boost the effectiveness of the presentation. Okay,
Yeah.
what's your question?
What is adopting I know straightforward now, and yet I know, but how can it put together straightforward yet thoughtful structure?
Well, okay, so take out the yet. Okay.
Mm,
Then it's just two adjectives describing the structure. The structure is straightforward, the structure is thoughtful.
yeah.
Okay. By putting yet in there, it suggests that thoughtful is different from straightforward. Because if it's straightforward, the idea is you keep moving forward, right? Without giving thought to what he's trying to tell you to do, which is engage with the audience, be ready to pivot, right? And go in a direction that you weren't expecting,
Yeah.
right? So it's a balance of both that you're looking for, that you should adopt in your strategy. You were adopting a strategy. Okay. So this is the final suggestion. He says you should be straightforward, but also thoughtful in structuring your presentation. And if you do that, you will significantly boost its effectiveness.
So the word yet in here is more like to balance to
Well,
suggest.
to suggest that this is different from this. Okay.
Okay.
It's probably in your notes here. Contrast yet. Okay, so it's setting up a contrast between straightforward and thoughtful. Now you have to see that difference. You have to interpret what that difference is for yourself. I'm interpreting it, not having watched the video, just having worked on your review of it, that he's talking about more spontaneous presentations that are more engaging with the audience instead of PowerPoint 1, PowerPoint 2, PowerPoint 3, PowerPoint 4. Thank you very much. Any questions? You know, that would be straightforward.
Yeah.
He wants you to maintain that straightforwardness to it, but also be thoughtful and thoughtful, which is present. That's how I interpret what he means by thoughtful, is aware of what's going on in the room and be ready to pause your straightforwardness and go in a curve. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah,
So
it's
how
setting
can
it.
I change? How can I change the yet to another word? Can I use
Yeah, well, you could do it in two different sentences.
yeah.
So let me come back to your writing here. What's it called? Oh, you're probably standing right there. There we go.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Thus, okay. I'm going to use despite. Pick another one. I'll use despite. I'll rewrite the sentence using despite. You go and look and pick another one, and I'll write you two sentences. Okay.
Okay. Maybe we can use on the other hand.
Okay.
Okay.
Despite structuring your presentation in a direct, straightforward manner, consider also a more thoughtful delivery of the content, thus assuring a significant boost to its effectiveness. What was the other one you wanted?
On the other hand.
There you go. Straightforward presentations are standard operating procedure for maintaining effectiveness. On the other hand, adopting a thoughtful approach can significantly boost said effectiveness.
Hmm.
I think this is the best one out of them all because it's more straightforward. Does that help?
Yeah, I'm still thinking. Uh, mm, so the meaning is straightforward is a good choice, but also thought,
Unnecessary. Yeah, I mean, it's unnecessary. You have to be straightforward.
yeah,
You can't go into a presentation completely 100% relying on what your audience is going to bring to the table. You have to have a plan. The plan has to be step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. Right? That's a must. But now if we add in thoughtfulness, right? Being aware of your room. If they're not listening, what do you if they're all playing on their phones, what do you do? You know?
yeah,
So it's talking about an addition of a quality of presentations. Straightforwardness is the main quality it must have. It must tick this box. Now, if it can also tick this box of being thoughtful, then you will get a boost in effectiveness. The result. If you can create thoughtful aspect of your usual straightforward approach to these limitations, you will experience a significant boost in effectiveness. That's the simple way of saying it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm. Okay.
Not, oh,
Um,
sorry, I would say two. Thoughtful aspect to your usual straightforward approach. It's a little clearer that way. You want to try it with another contrasting conjunction?
but is yet um
Oh,
contrary
sorry.
conjunction?
Yes.
So
Yeah, it's a
yeah,
contrary conjunction, yes.
and
Contrasting conjunction, yes.
contrasting. So how about if I use rather than a straightforward structure, a
Sorry, write
thoughtful
it.
structure is better?
How about if you use what? Write it. Show me what you mean.
Uh,
Write it down. Oh, so you want to just switch them. Can you say, thus adopting a thoughtful yet straightforward structure? Can you switch them?
pardon?
Were you asking, can you just switch thoughtful and straightforward? Switch their positions?
No, 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 no.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if yet is contrary
Uh-huh.
conjunction,
Uh-huh.
so it means thoughtful and straightforward is the different side of right.
Yes, a contrast doesn't mean an opposite.
Well, doesn't mean an
It doesn't
opposite.
mean an opposite, you
Oh,
know?
yeah.
It
So
it
I
it, it
cannot.
just it means a difference. A difference. A contrast means a difference. Something that you can see the difference in. Doesn't have to
Oh,
be 180% opposite.
okay.
Uh, Here, let's let me get some more examples for you. Where is he? Coach Aiden, let's get him to help. She has worked here for over a decade, yet, right? She still finds the tasks challenging, right? So working 10 years in a place, she should be able to know her job very well. But by contrast, she still has difficulty.
So the yes
The
can.
weather was cold and unforgiving, yet the hikers continued their ascent, their climb. He is a novice, he is a beginner at chess, yet he managed to win the tournament. So the expectation is that he would not do well, but he contrasted that expectation by winning. Right? The recipe is simple to follow, yet the results are impressively sophisticated.
Oh, so I can change yet to but.
She has worked here for over a decade, but she still finds the tasks challenging. Does that sound the same? Instinct, does it sound the same? Yes or no?
I think it sounds the
It
same.
does.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same. Okay. The weather was cold and unforgiving, but the hikers continued their ascent.
Yeah. Same
Exactly the
meaning.
same. Yeah. Okay. So, but doesn't mean opposite. It just means difference, right?
Yeah.
He is a novice at chess, but he managed to win the tournament. The recipe is simple to follow, but the results are impressively sophisticated, but works for all of them.
So the but is can be equal to the yet, or the yet is more want to tell different, opposite.
Okay, so when you use yet, it implies a sense of surprise or unexpectedness. Okay. In casual conversations, but is more commonly used and sounds more natural than yet. Yeah, yet is a very sophisticated word you would use in formal writing. If you were talking with your friends and instead of saying but, you said yet, they'd go.
Yeah. It sounds weird.
I wouldn't say I like coffee yet not tea. I wouldn't say that. Just talking, right? I would say but not tea,
Yeah.
right? Listing negative conditions, but is often used when listing conditions or exceptions. So a negative positive, that's an opposite situation. Okay. You can borrow any book from the library, but the reference books, meaning not the reference books. Opposite of you can borrow. You cannot borrow. You can borrow any book from the library, yet the reference books would not work, and yet not the reference books. That might work. If you put the not in there, it would work. But as a preposition, in some cases, but functions as a preposition, meaning except or besides, which yet cannot replace. Everyone but John knew the answer. So yet can't replace but there. Okay. You want me to move on, or do you have questions about the first three?
I oh I think I don't really know how. So where can I use it? Just to use it as the something unexpected
Yes.
only.
Emphasizing unexpected outcomes. He has never taken formal lessons, yet he plays the piano beautifully. You would not expect this from somebody that's never taken a lesson.
How about coming back to the sentence? Adopting a straightforward
Okay.
yet thoughtful structure.
Well, that's over here. This is a surprising, unexpected suggestion.
So it's like straightforward but also thoughtful structure. But
Because straightforward implies you keep walking step after step after step, not paying attention to what's going on around you,
yeah,
right? That's the implication of straightforward, right?
yeah,
But if you have a straightforward, thoughtful approach, oh, you're aware, you're in the moment. You're thoughtful, thinking now instead of just memorized. How are you? I am fine, thank you. How are you? I want to be a doctor when I grow up. That memorized, rote. right? That's how a presentation can get. Think about the early rehearsals you were doing with Dear Woman and things like that, right? With those scripts. The first few times through, it was, no, you can't help me. No one can help me. You were just saying it. But the more you got into it, the more it became real and thoughtful, and you were present. You were on that road. You had just hit that deer. You saw that man, right? That's what we do as actors is we have a straightforward approach to learning the lines. So they become muscle memory, but then we forget them all so we can live them live as if they're speaking them for the first time. In, where our thoughts are present in the moment on the stage, even though we've practiced and practiced and practiced. The audience has to believe that this is happening in real time, thoughtfully, right? Also, I mean, if I'm not listening to my fellow actor being thoughtful, I'm just saying my lines and something happens and I don't notice, then it doesn't make sense. And your line, you can't say your line until you hear what comes before it and allow that to affect you. This is being thoughtful, right? So it's a different way of approaching a presentation. When I'm an actor, I'm making a presentation. It's straightforward. The director has said, you walk here, you say this. You walk here, you say this. Right? But I'm not going to walk around like a robot just saying it. I have to be thoughtful to what's going on, even though I know what's going to happen. I have to be thoughtful and listening in the exact moment while it's happening. Does that help?
Mm.
Okay. So they are competing ideas, and being thoughtful is a surprising, unexpected suggestion when suggesting that straightforward is the approach that you should take. So it's straight, and also thus adopting a straightforward but thoughtful structure. You can say but right there and it would work. That's a situation where but would work.
Okay.
Okay.
So most of the time, bots can really replace yet, but
Do
in
you want me to
some,
copy these Coach Aiden notes to you?
yeah, I need a review of it.
Okay, yeah, let me send them over to you.
Okay.
Let's see. Ten sample sentences that can demonstrate. Oh yeah, okay. This is the sample sentences. Make a place for me to copy them to on your. Where do you want them?
Maybe you can just create plate as or
Okay,
about.
I'll put it in notes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, notes from Coach. We'll put it in here. Insert a table, two, and this is using yet. Paste. Copy. Paste. Copy. All right. Over here. Notes from Coach using yet. Good question. Lots of answers. You want to talk about it some more? You want to take a look at that or?
Okay.
Let me get some water. My mouth is getting dry. I'll be back in a second. I'm back. So this one here is important, I think. Number 4.
Or
Yeah,
you highlight it?
I did.
Oh, but the counter doesn't carry it.
See, kind and shy are not really huge differences. It's not
Yeah,
a surprising difference, right?
yeah.
She is kind yet mean to her dog. That's a big surprise.
Mm.
That's when you would use yet.
But in some cases, uh, is yet is makes sense. Like I think can I use like the weather is good yet it's cloudy or something.
Warm yet cloudy.
Or warm yet
Because
cloudy.
good doesn't tell us anything about the weather.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but the weather is warm yet cloudy. Is that cloudy surprisingly enough to use a yet?
I think not.
Yeah, you want to, I think more of a surprise. I think but would be fine there.
Yeah.
It's warm but cloudy. It's not a huge surprise, right?
Mm.
I'm 63 years old, yet amazingly athletic.
Oh,
That's a big
that's
surprise. You wouldn't expect a 63-year-old to be able to do what I can do athletically.
mm.
I still play like I'm 35. Okay, that's a surprising
Yeah.
contrast. Okay.
Okay.
I think it's confusing because straightforward and thoughtful aren't, you can't see how surprising the difference is, right? So
Yeah.
that's what I'm trying to explain to you in terms of when an actor goes on stage. It is, they are very, to me, I can interpret those two adjectives as surprisingly contrasting. So I can see why Coach Aiden wrote it that way originally.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
We can also ask him, you're standing right there. Let's ask him why he chose to do that.
Okay.
In the phrase straightforward yet thoughtful structure, I chose yet over but to emphasize the contrast between simplicity and depth. Okay, suggesting that the two qualities are not only compatible, but enhance each other in a somewhat surprising or unexpected way. The use of yet here highlights that although straightforward often implies something basic or lacking in complexity, the structure being discussed is also thoughtful, which suggests a level of careful consideration and sophistication. The choice enhances the meaning by implying that the structure's simplicity does not detract from its thoughtfulness. Rather, it complements or even enhances it. But could have been used to create a contrast, but it might imply a more direct opposition between the two qualities, suggesting a compromise or trade-off rather than a synergistic relationship. Using yet, therefore, serves to subtly influence the reader's understanding, indicating that the straightforwardness of the structure is not at odds with its thoughtfulness, but instead unexpectedly supports it, enriching the overall effectiveness of the presentation. This choice contributes to a more subtle, nuanced expression, suitable for conveying complex relationships between ideas in a concise and elegant manner. Like I said, I wouldn't use yet with my friends when I could use but. Be too elegant, yeah. But concise is good too, all right? Keeping it tight. Like if you looked at the sentences I wrote using on the other hand and despite, a lot more words in those sentences.
Yeah.
Right? To get to be able to use those contrasting conjunctions, I had to go a lot further. I wasn't as concise. I was more elaborating instead of being concise. Yet got us to the point very quickly. 3 words, straightforward yet thoughtful.
Okay, understand. Yeah.
Okay. You want me to copy this over there too?
Thank you.
No problem. No problem. No problem. Okay. Great question. I mean, really in-depth answer. Yeah.
Mm.
Did we go over your I created a folder in here called recordings. There's summaries. So if you open up last week's, you'll find the meeting summary.
It's the same from the another one.
Well, I'm evolving it. It's getting better. I don't know where the other one went.
Oh.
Right, but you also have an invitation to this. So there's the
Yeah,
YouTube videos of our 2 classes. You can, yeah, it's the same. Yeah, oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, it's the same from that link. It links back to that.
Okay.
Okay. So lots of information. I think it's doing a pretty good job. Oh, I wanted to check out something in your Ben vocab collector. Yeah. So this yet is right here, right? You see yet in these contracts. So I think these are really valuable tools for you. You should go through them and learn how to use them with more precision. Okay, so now I think you have a really good understanding of when to use yet.
Yeah.
Right? A simple word, 3 letters. But man, we got a half an hour, almost an hour on yet. Right? So, no, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. That's the type of precision coaching that we should be doing.
Yeah.
And I mean, we were feeling our way through it, but once we got Coach Aiden involved, yeah, it started to really click. So go through these, right? Adjacent to, maybe you want to learn a little bit more about that, right? But
Yeah.
that's place, right?
Okay.
Cause and effect, purpose, right? Undoubtedly, that's a good one,
Mhm.
right? So take a look at these. These are really valuable tools, yeah?
Maybe I can try these words in my best draft.
Absolutely. What you absolutely should be using this tool when you're doing my best draft.
Okay.
Okay.
I think
Also, I mean, these tools
yeah,
as well, right? If you're saying, I have a new book, right?
fresh book.
You could say I have a fresh copy or an
Uh,
original, you know, lots of try using these words. Get used to the common ones, especially good. Even nice, I don't want, right? I don't want fine. Great is better, right? But exemplary, virtuous, superior, admirable, laudable, these are much better words. And you can also add to them. Like if you want to, oh, what does virtuous mean, right? Copy it, pop back to your master journal, open up your thesaurus, paste virtuous, enter. Look at all the other new words you have for good, right?
yeah.
So you get the idea that virtuous, ethical, moral, honorable has to do with the person's character, right? Chaste, pure, virginal, all yeah, self-righteous. So that's virtuous, right?
Yeah.
You can always add to your play around with this. If you're using them, you're putting them somewhere into your brain, and hopefully it pops out when you're writing the test.
Yeah.
You know, there's so many words, we don't know what's going to pop out. I have a pretty large vocabulary, but I still use the thesaurus before I hit send, right? So keep developing your vocab. That's out of all of them. Okay, all the skills that you're developing. Grammar one day will be over. You won't worry about grammar anymore. Your grammar will be fluent. You'll know how to use all the verb tenses and stuff like that. Your
Yeah.
listening will be only affected by your lack of vocabulary. It won't be speed. Vocabulary is the one thing that is never ending. Okay, if you are dedicated to the English language, accept that. Conversely, Chinese has an end to vocabulary. There's X number of characters in Chinese.
Yeah.
There will never be a new one, right? English is new words all the time. Every
Yeah.
year, the dictionary chooses 3 to be added to the dictionary out of all the new ones that come up every year. The Oxford English Dictionary chooses 3 new words, right? But those new words in Chinese will just be using traditional characters that sound like that word. Bulage,
Yeah. Well,
blog, right? But bulage, those 3 characters have existed for thousands of years. English is ever expanding. So vocabulary, I know it's kind of boring to go through all of the process that I set up for you, but I mean, there's going to come a time when you're not going to be needing you to use your whiteboard anymore, right? But this here is a tool that you should have with you for the rest of your life. You've got so many years ahead of you. You'll never learn every word in English. It's impossible. Somebody with a great memory can learn every character in Chinese. I think there's only 20,000.
I don't know too.
Yeah. But English, The internet will tell you English by far has the most words. The second place is not even close. And Mandarin is one of the smallest languages. Mandarin is logical, very logical. It's artistic in its presentation. The bihua, the picture, it's kind of like a hieroglyphic language. They're all pictures, right? Like Ren is
Yeah.
a man, right?
Yeah.
I Jin, I like Jin. I can see the gold inside the house.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's one picture I can see. I can see the two pieces of gold inside the house,
Mm.
right? So it's very artistic in its presentation, but it's very limited in its poetry, right? You have mathematical poetry where you that kind of like a Japanese haiku, right? It's the tones that play into your poetry and stuff like that. Whereas English poetry, you can invent new words. You can invent new words. Shakespeare invented 5,000 words that we use today. One guy added 5,000 new words to the English language. Words and phrases. Yeah. So keep the vocabulary going. I
Mm.
mean, this is what I suggest, but you can make it your own thing. You know, you're a smart guy. You understand these are data points, data sets. You know how to use spreadsheets way better than I do, right? Use the
Yeah.
spreadsheet algorithms and filters and stuff to make this a tool that you can use for the rest of your life. And then, you know, there are games you can play with it and AI, right? You can say, copy all of this, select all, whoops, select all, copy, go to the AI. Write a story that uses each of these conjunctions. What kind of story do we want? Right? What's your favorite type of movie?
Um,
I'm gonna go with
uh,
romantics, a romantic story that
okay.
uses all of these conjunctions. Okay. So then you could try and randomly pick 10 and put them into a brain trainer, paste
Mm.
them into a brain trainer. You just have to write sentences that develop into short little stories, then move on to the next one. These are things you can do. You can take 10 random words from your vocab journal, paste them into a brain trainer, and then start organizing it into a story. Okay. So the little games that you can play that further expose you to experiencing the words and the phrases. And then this becomes a script for you, right? Oh, and
Yeah.
there's new words for you. Quaint,
Wait.
whimsically.
Yeah.
It's romantic, so these are very romantic words.
Okay.
Depicting.
Converses.
So that yeah, you see how they're using the conjunctions in context in a single story. At the same time, there are terms, glimpse. That's probably a new word for you. And then you could use it as a script if you wanted to for practicing the rehearsal. So that's the last way to lock your new words into place is to be using them in the rehearsal format where you go from straightforward robot reading to thoughtful presentation of the script, right? First, like for this, Once upon an autumn evening in the quaint streets of Edinburgh, where the leaves danced whimsically to the tune of a gentle breeze, lived Eliza and James. Or you can read it like this. Once upon an autumn evening in the quaint streets of Edinburgh, where the leaves danced whimsically to the tune of a gentle breeze, lived Eliza and James. One's thoughtful, one's straightforward,
Yeah.
right? And just have fun with English. Just got to keep experiencing it every day, every day. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I really hope that you don't have to put your life on hold for a year because you want to get to California. Let's go, let's go. I'm ready to go. It's too cold here in Taipei.
Oh, really?
Oh
Yeah.
man,
It's
yeah. Yeah,
17.
I underlayered when I went to work yesterday, that's for sure. But Southern California, that'd be like living in Kaohsiung without any rain. Anything else we could talk about today?
No. And I think I'm going back to this game recently because I don't have any test of TOEFL to
Prepare for
need
it.
to
Okay.
prepare. So
So you're
we
you
can
mean this game, this Infinity Key game? You're gonna go back to playing?
keep playing Infinity game.
Okay, good. Now you can just do it in a much more relaxed.
Yeah,
You
no
know,
pressure.
I wanted to remove that pressure from the very beginning. That's why I intentionally ignore the test when we first start. Forget about the test.
Yeah,
You know, paint my fence, wax my cars. That's what you
rest
remember.
on,
Wax
rest
on,
on.
wax off, right?
Yeah,
Right. So then when the test comes, you're ready. You've
yeah,
developed the skills naturally. Now you see that they work. It works. Okay. And it'll take you beyond the test. You're going to be a more efficient student wherever you end up. If you end up being an intern, you're going to be a more efficient intern for a year, right? And get a very good recommendation. This is all helping you, not just for the test. You know now you can use these skills and play this game to develop your English completely. And so if you do have to take the test in another, well, we have a year, right? So
yeah,
just think how far you're going to be. You're going to be doing Shakespeare if you follow this. You can understand Shakespeare. That's hard for most native speakers. Okay. But we can take you to that level. So my feeling is if you can break down a Shakespeare monologue and then present it, English is your bitch. You're never going to have a problem with English. Hey, I can give you a really good one. Are you ready for a super challenge?
okay, let's come on.
Okay, yeah. I think it's definitely going to, you have it already. Oh, we're in the wrong browser. It's been on your whiteboard. So you go to your key links and come to starter pack, script resources starter pack. Open that up. Hey, it's not here. Okay. The chaos. Nope. I want a different version of it. Why is it already on Ben's whiteboard? There we go. Okay. So I'm gonna make a file, make a copy. The chaos. Change the folder to. Can I search here? Where is IK Scripts starter pack? Scripts. I don't know where this is. Okay. I'll just give you a copy then. Sure. Okay, did you get it? I emailed it to you.
No, I get it.
Okay.
Sure.
So this is the hardest pronunciation challenge there is. Okay, it shows you, it's a poem designed to show you how insane English is. Okay, but you're going to learn a lot of new words, and it's about pronunciation. Dearest creature in creation. See, create. You have
Yeah.
this, it's two different sounds, same spelling, right?
Yeah.
Studying English pronunciation. I will teach you in my verse sounds like corpse, core, horse, and worse. I'm going to take this out. I will keep you, Susie, busy. Make your head with heat grow dizzy. Tear in eye your dress you'll tear. So shall I, oh, hear my prayer. It's very long,
Yeah.
very hard. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, learn it. You can break it into parts, right? Just like maybe learn 4 verses. Do the vocab research, ask me questions, rehearse that, right? And then do 4 more. Cloven, oven, how and low, script, receipt, show, palm and toe. Hear me say, devoid of trickery, daughter, laughter, and terpsichore. Terpsichore. And you learn about her. There's a whole bunch of other cool things to learn about in mythology there. That's kind of cool. Typhoid, measles, topsails, isles, exiles, similes, and reviles. Scholar, vicar, and cigar. Solar, Michael, war, and far. Hard. But if you can do this, you can do anything. All right, so you have a copy of that to play with.
Okay.
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 Well, I'm glad to hear you're coming back to play the game. Let's get your score back up. Right now, you are in 21st place on the daily commitment rank. And this is
Okay.
a top 25 plus 5, right? Even Nina is kicking your butt.
Oh,
And she hasn't done anything in a week.
yeah.
Tim and Vic, the twins, right? And Ray, he's new, but he's already kicking. But when it comes to overall rank, you're number 2.
But my balance is not very
Your
well.
balance? What's your balance? Oh, yeah, that's not too bad. I mean, so you got to do it more active.
Uh,
More active. Okay. Work on your
okay.
active. Draft and chat, draft and chat, draft and chat. The more drafts you have, the more you're going to make me work. Now you make me work. You come in with a set of vocab questions. Let's go, coach. Then you say, I have presentations to make to you. Here, I got this one. I got this one. I got this one. Give me feedback. Okay, now here's 2 drafts. Let's go. You want to get to Coach Aiden as quickly as possible, Make me work. Make me work. Anything else we could talk about today, buddy?
No, I think that's all.
Okay, well, we might as well sign you out at 11:45.
Okay.
11:45, which means an hour and 15.
So,
4.5.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Good luck on the game this week. When do you get the score again?
Maybe I think 3 days
Message us
later.
right away when you get it.
Okay.
Message us right
Okay.
away. We want to know.
Sure.
Okay, bud.
Hmm.
I will put the video and the summary into for today's class. Okay, it'll be on that
Okay.
sheet in about half an hour.
Okay.
See you next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye bye.